Hey, what's up everyone? Today we're going to be taking a closer look at the new Fossil Gen 5 Carlyle smartwatch. So firstly, it is 44 millimeters in diameter, which makes it about a mid-sized watch. It looks something like this when you put it on my hand. And as you can see, the watch does cover up a good amount of my hand, but I think it looks pretty cool when it's somewhat bulky like this. And if we look on the side of the watch, we can see that it's not too thick, which means it's not too weighty, and that's going to be good when wearing this watch for long periods of time throughout the day. If we look on the side of the watch, you get three knobs over here. You have one dialer that you can spin around. You have a button here and a button here. So you have three controllers total on the exterior of the watch. They make this watch for both males and females, and this is the male version. When purchasing this watch, you can purchase three different bands. You can get a brown leather, a stainless steel, or a black silicone like I have here. If we look on the back here, we can see that this is where the sensor is to monitor our heart rate as well as our pulse, and the two rings here are how you charge this watch. So this is the charger right here, and if you look closely, you can see there are two little metal pieces that attach to the back of the watch here, and that's how it charges. So as we plug it in, we can see that the watch is charging. The cool thing about this charger is you can rotate it on any side and it's gonna continue to charge, which I think is quite a nice feature. All right, so we're gonna take the charger off for now, and we're gonna dive into some of the software with this watch. So after you install and set up the watch, this is what it's going to look like. And I've already configured my watch a little bit, but we're gonna go through some of the settings and features of this watch. So to turn the watch on and off, you can flick your wrist and you can see that it'll turn on. If you want to turn it off, you flick your wrist back down and it turns off, and then we'll turn it on again like so. You can also use the button to turn it on if you don't want to have the wrist gesture. So real quick, let's talk about how the watch actually works. If you swipe from the top, this is how you access your settings and some of your quick controls, just like on smartphones. If you swipe left here, this is just some of the quick shortcuts that the watch comes with. You can use Google Assistant here. It talks about your next meetings, send a text message, and just a few quick shortcuts, as well as the settings button back here. If you swipe down, this is your notifications. And if you want to delete a notification or clear it, all you do is swipe. Oh, I guess I can't clear that one for whatever reason, but if you want to clear a notification, you just swipe to the right or to the left. All right, and then if we swipe to the right, these are your tile screens. And you can customize these to show whatever statistics you want. Here I have the weather set as the first one. And then here I have my meetings for the day. I'm already done with all my meetings, and here is a stopwatch I set. So if I want to do a 5-minute countdown, I click that 5 and it starts a 5-minute countdown. Pretty cool stuff if you need to track something on the fly, or if you want to do a custom option, you can do that here. Simply set the time here and it will let you do that, or you can use the wheel dial if you prefer to do that. And this wheel dial is pretty smooth. I like how flowy and intuitive it is. Anyways, yeah, and that's the time. And then if you want to customize these tiles on the left hand side of the screen, you just hold them and it lets you shift them around. So if you want to add some new ones, you click that plus, and you can add things like fitness stuff or news headlines, or if you install an application, you can add custom notification tiles on this side. All right, next, the way you choose your watch faces is you hold the time down and it lets you choose between some watch faces here. These are all of the Fossil default ones, but if you go all the way to the right here, you can see more Fossil default ones, and they give you, like, I don't know, there's a lot of watch faces you can choose from here. So you can go through those on your own time and actually choose some that look pretty cool. And of course at the bottom here, they say you can get more watch faces using various apps in the App Store. But we're not going to go too deep into that. But for now, I did choose this default watch face that the watch comes with. If you want to customize your watch face on which statistics it shows, all you do is hold it down and then you click settings. And then you could do things like click this right here and it lets you customize this block. I had it as all of my events and meetings happening throughout the day, but if you want to do something like track your heart rate, I'll use the fossil tracker. And then I'm gonna go back here and it's tracking my heart rate. Obviously it's not showing anything right now because the watch is not on my hand right now. And then over here I set my battery to be on the center top here, so I have 47% battery life left here, and then notifications over here. Something unique about this watch that Fossil created was the battery mode options. A cool feature you can do here is select how your battery gets drained. Most watches get drained within a day and then you have to recharge it. Fossil included a few different battery modes. You have daily, which is how most traditional watches function, and it pretty much blows through all of the features and you have to charge your watch every day. And they have things like extended, where it disables a lot of features and your watch can last for a few days. And then they have time only, and your watch will last literally for weeks with this setting, and it's only going to show the time, and a lot of the functionality is going to be limited. I'm going to use the daily one because I don't mind charging my watch every day, and I would like all of the features like notifications and constant monitoring with my health and stuff like that. All right, so that's some pretty cool stuff. And then if you want, you can go deeper into the settings. You can customize your watch faces in here. You can adjust the brightness to be automatic or specific brightness level. So if we click 5, that's pretty bright. We'll just keep it on bright for this video. You have sunlight boost, which basically turns up your brightness when you're in the sun. Pretty good feature. You can adjust the font size. And then you have a few features like touch lock and always on screen. All right, and then we're gonna go to the sound next. Here you can adjust your media volume when using your music players. You can adjust your alarm volume, ring volume, vibrate for calls, and change some of your ringtones. Here's what some of them sound like. All right. And these sounds are coming from the little watch speaker here. The audio quality isn't horrible, but I wouldn't say it's good. I wouldn't use it for listening to music or anything like that, but for notifying you, I would say it works pretty good, or when using the GPS system. All right, next we're gonna go to the apps and notifications. Here you can do things like set notifications for which apps you want to notify you on the watch and which ones you don't. App permissions. If you want to disable some apps from, having access to your data, you can do that there. Notification previews, you can do things where your notification is always at the top and it won't show the time until you dismiss the notification. Or you can briefly show the notification and then it gets tucked away, which is the traditional method. Or you can never show the notifications and you just have to manually go to the notification center. We're just going to leave it as briefly show. You can also select what type of vibration patterns the watch does. So here's what the vibrations are like. This is normal. This is long. And this is double. I'm going to leave mine on double because I like it. It kind of seems like someone's double tapping you on the wrist to get your attention. I like that. All right, gestures. These are things like tilt to wake, touch to wake, and wrist gestures, and you could do a few pretty cool things with just by flicking your wrist or touching your watch. Pretty cool settings you can customize the watch with. Connectivity, you can connect Bluetooth devices, connect to Wi-Fi, NFC, airplane mode, and you can also give your watch access to your location from the phone, of course. All right, accessibility. These are some features that make your watch a little bit easier to use. So you can do things like text to speech, talk back, and power button in calls. Just a few accessibility features that make your watch a little bit easier to use. And then general, show on red dot, that's for your notifications. If you want to see what's on red and what's red. Auto launch media controls. This is nice if you listen to music constantly on your app and you want the pause and play, next and previous track to always load when your watch loads. Personalization, so this is where you start really customizing how your watch functions. So screen lock, that's if you want your screen to lock automatically. Input methods, this is how you type on your keyboard. You can use the English keyboard, or you can actually write like a pencil on your watch if you want to do that. I personally like the regular keyboard, so I'm just going to use that. All right, accounts, that's where you add which accounts are connected to your watch. This right here, customize hardware buttons. This is this button here and this button here. Here I have on the top right Spotify, and on the bottom right I have weather. So if I push this button, it's gonna open up Spotify, and I can listen to music on Spotify here. And if I push the bottom right button here, I open up my weather to get a more detailed report on what the weather is looking like. All right, jumping back into the personalization settings. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the settings for the most part. This feature right here is airplane mode. This is pay. If you want to do a payment at the store with your watch, you can totally do that. This feature right here just puts your watch on sleep mode, so you can wake it up by pushing the button again. And then this is do not disturb. And then these are your battery settings. But yeah, this is pretty much the watch here. First impressions, I'm pretty impressed with the watch. It feels really high quality, the silicone material, and it's definitely lightweight. I used to have a Huawei watch about 5 years ago, and I really did not enjoy that thing because it was big, bulky, heavy, and just very unpleasant to use. But this thing is a lot more lightweight and feels a lot more premium overall. So if you're thinking about getting a Fossil Gen 5 watch, I'll leave a link down in the description below. If you guys want to know what's happening in the tech world as well as my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like this video and leave a comment down below. Peace.